Life path number 3, how you doing? So you can also watch this as a Pisces more than likely, or if you have a healing or a personal year of number 3, but obviously life path. So this is your November tarot reading and any channel messages that might come in. I'm hearing Mike might come in. You might get a Michael that might come in. Some of you could be seeing or hearing Archangel Michael, hearing carols, the name Carol, or Carol Ann, or a caravan. You might live in a caravan or buy a caravan. But there's also something to do with Carol, okay, that also might be my auntie. So you might have an auntie called Carol, okay, but Carol Ann. But some of you, it's something to do with around singing, or a choir, or carols, singing carols, okay, or seeing Carol. Some of you are seeing a carol. What is this, life path number 3? I'm picking up that some of you might see a Michael, though, for some reason. You might be seeing them, and it might be a friend, or it could be a lover, or a mother. Called Michael? No, there wouldn't be a mother called Michael, right? Or Michelle. Michelle. I'm also picking up Michelle. A shell, also, which would be a clam, which would be a fish. So you could be dealing with a Pisces. Or you could be a 3. But I'm hearing, for you guys... capture, captive, being held captive, or captain, caveman, captain, Capricorn. So you're dealing with also a Capricorn, okay, or you could be a Capricorn, but something to do with caption, capture, like captions, like screen captures. I don't know what this is, like Snapchat, or like a screen capture, because it keeps saying I capture. Okay, I've catched you. Someone's catching you. You could be dealing with a 7 maybe somewhere, or a Cancerian. But I've caught you. I've catched you. So you are definitely dealing with a Pisces. It's like, look at what I've got. I've got you. I've got you. Don't worry. I'm not letting you go. So your partner, if you're with one, you're not letting them go. They are not letting you go. Someone is stuck on you like glue. They're not letting you go. Who go boss. Something to do with the boss also. Is not letting you go. So if you've left, they don't want to let you go. There's something like, look, I don't want to let you go. There's a song there somewhere, life path number 3. But I don't want to let you go. There's someone that will not stop watching or stop something around like, I don't want to let you go. There's no way that I'm letting you get away. So you're definitely dealing with around a fish energy of Pisces for a lot of you. And definitely Capricorn, I feel. Okay. Now I'm hearing like screen captures. Or something to do with screens, okay? Screen test also. Some of you could be going for vaccinations to do with medical history or health, okay? But what have we got? Something to do with screen capture. Dream catchers. Some of you, something to do with around dream catching. Or you're like catching a glimpse of someone in your dreams of like memories is what I'm picking up. There's something going on in the subconscious around dreaming, right? Dreaming. And some of this is like dreaming up a scheme, not a scam. I think a lot of you go over these kind of things in your head, but I'm picking up more of a scheme of something of like, okay, I've got an idea and I really want to go on it. I want to go on to a screen. So some of you could do something like this, or it's something to do with like I want to go on to film, or I want to go on to college, or I want to go on to more. Like it feels like I want to go on to something more, because it feels like Roger Moore, the name Roger, Capricorn energy, but also like I want to go on. I want to go on, and I just can't go on. Something to do with long pigs. Anyway, sorry, but I just want to go on. This is like a screen thing. Like I just want to go on for more. Like I want to go on to there's something else that I really want to do, and I want to go on to this, and I want to go on to do this with my life. For a lot of you, like you're very adventurous, and you're like, I know that there's more for me, and I really want to do this, and I want to go on to that project, and I want to go on to this one as well. But some of you is like, I want to go on to the limelight. So you could be teachers because you're a 3. So, like, I want to be in the limelight. I want to go on to teach. I want to go home to teach. Some of you are doing like homeschooling or home teaching is what they're saying. Like, because the energy of what I'm hearing is like, I want to go on the camera, like Cameron, the name Cameron, or I want to go on to camera, and I want to go on to teach, and I want to go on to study, and I want to go on to learn more. And there's something that you're captivated by as a subject matter. I don't feel it's a person. I feel it's more of a subject matter. And it's like, I want to go on to do more. I want to go on to like study more, but to be a better, say for instance, if you was doing anything around, because I'm hearing the name Jim, like an instructor of sorts, or like a teacher. And it's kind of like, look, I want to go on to be like a master of something, and I want to go on to be and it feels like that your work life is moving around, where you're studying a lot in order to advance yourself in the job that you do. Okay, that's really what it feels through November, that there's a lot of study time and there's a lot of me time as well. Like, I think that you've took a step back from something in your life, because I feel that you've got a few projects going on, and I think that you're trying to take a step back from something in order to be able to like pronounce yourself more in one subject than probably three, you know. Because the 3, also a Pisces, but again, you would still like have multiple ideas of projects that you have. Like, so this can be multiple sources of income, but multiple sources of ideas that take up the majority of your time and your day. And annual day, I'm hearing annual day, Daniel Day-Lewis, the name Lewis, or Daniel, or Danny, or Danielle, or Daniel Day, Dan and Day, like night and day, moon and sun, something to do with Red Leo, right? And mother and son, Mumford and Sons. I'm also picking up Mumford and Sons as well, so it could be you, Dan. But something to do with Mumford, my months and months. I don't know if any of you are experienced having, like, around children having the mumps, the flumps, the flumps. Marshmallows, eating marshmallows. I don't know what this is. Marsha, Mel, Melanie, Marshall. Okay, but marshmallow, the Stay Puft Man. Something to do with the Stay Puft Ghost or something. Hold on. What's the film? Some of you drive a hearse. Okay, I hope there isn't anything to do with anything in the family around a hearse. Okay, because they're saying like a hearse, like a white car or a hearse. Rehearsals. Sorry, strange. But rehearsals, like I'm rehearsing and I'm rehearsing and I'm rehearsing it and going over it and going over it and going over it to rehearse it. Some of you could be like doing film, or you're rehearsing something that you're studying and you're going over it and over it and over it, and you could be studying for like college tests, these kind of things, studying it and going over it and over it and over it and over it and over it in order to be able to perform your art. Okay, some of you physically is art, Noah, the name Noah's Ark. Well, build it and they will come. That's what I've said for quite some time. Build it, they will come. Keep building, they will come. Some of you are physically building like an outhouse, like putting up an outhouse and you're building it. And this could be what you're planning, that you are built to build well, it's like an extension, but I suppose other people, they call it an extension or an outhouse. Okay, but there is something that you do that is outside of the house but on your property, is what I feel. That it's either property development or something is developing that is not in the house but it's outside of the house, right? So wherever this is, but for a lot of you I feel it's very local, and it's something of a project that you do that's in an outhouse, that's in like a shed, because I'm picking up a shed, or Ted, the name Bill or Ted or Tom, or a cat, Leo, shed. Something of a shed, like TED Talks, or doing a talk show, or talking quite a lot, that you do something that requires you to talk a lot. But Pisces or 3. But not a lot of people would relate tarot to a Pisces to a 3, but I always do. Okay, because I really do think that it is Piscean energy. But again, because it's High Priestess, Hangman, it's feminine energy. I don't know why people see the High Priestess as a Gemini. You could even be dealing with one. A mother. Your mother could be a Gemini for a lot of you. So you could be a Pisces and you have a mother that is a Gemini, right? Have I just blown you? I'll be like, how did you know that? I don't know. But again, I think that, going back to your messages, that there is something around this outhouse, right? And it's like a shed or an outhouse or something like that. And you do this multiple times in this. It's a bit like a man cave in a way, a bit like this, but it's not an outhouse. It's my house. My house! Someone's like, what do you call it? This is my house. Some of you, they have a cookout or something around Freddie. What's his name? Wow. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy. Eddie, the name Ed, or Eddie, or Murfitt. Murfitt, or Murphy. But this is my house. So some of you are going through a divorce maybe, and you're like, no, this is my house. You're not having it. This is mine. So some of you are like Mahiny or Tiny. Aunt Tiny, I'm also picking up. Could be a deceased loved one. But something around, someone's very tiny. Anyway, this is my house. This is not your house. This is the landlord. This is my house. This ain't yours. It's mine, is what I'm picking up. Some of you could be going through a court battle within 3, and you might see that of an ongoing process that you've been going through for quite some time around the divorce and settlement of land and property and housing development and your job and where you work. So a lot of you work at home. You could be physically thinking about moving, but being still stuck into a contract of an ex-relationship or an ex-marriage, something that could have something to do with around Capricorn, okay? X mark, the name Mark, or X marks the spot, Capricorn, marking something. Some of you really are teachers in a certain way, marking, narking. Well, ain't we all got them? Don't you all just know that we've got those narcs around? So the good old narcs are knocking on Evan's door. Devon's door. Someone's knocking on Devon's door. In from Devon or something. Or someone from heaven is knocking on your door. What? Someone from 11 is knocking at your door. You could be live at a number 7. So you might live, your door number could be 7. And it could also be 11. So 17, 18 or a 9. So some of you are dealing with a 9. 9! That's where the knock's coming from. Sorry if you're a life path number 9. You would obviously see it differently. 13, 13 on the clock. I'm kind of getting there around that. Some of you could be dealing around 3 that is dealing with 9s, right? 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. So some of you are around emergency services. So I think a lot of you are, as your soul. See, you have to take me out of the equation, bruv. I don't give a shit. Right, I just read your contract. That's why a lot of people hate me, because they're like, bruv, you're telling me the truth. I don't like that shit. I need to go and see a fish in a cup. So some of you might need to go and see a fish, which could be around a Pisces, or you're dealing with one in some form or manner. But I feel like that. I think that your soul is learning around denial and a struggle that you could be going through. That's about a battle cat. So some of you are really going with around Leo energies-ish. It could be around divorce, settlement. But again, still, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Have I lost you yet? Yeah, but hold on a minute. Aren't you supposed to be reading life path number 3? Yeah, but also the star signs, right? And also the cards that represent the number. And also your life path and your healing year and your personal year. And then someone that's dealing with one. And you would get that confused. You think, well, hold on a minute, Stephen. I just might as well watch all of them, right? So someone's like, well, I might as well just watch all of it. So some of you are kind of like getting a little bit. I I don't know. I think that your main messages are focused and studied upon studying, some sort of divorce settlement maybe, some kind of like leaving a home, or it is to do with around an outhouse, in-house, outhouse, shake it all about. What do we do? Well, you do the akikoku and you turn around. So some of you are dealing with a 5, right? Could be a Taurus for a lot of you. So it could be a marriage, settlement, around those energies, around development and court. Okay, definitely 5. Something's pulsating. Someone's pulse is like spiders. Someone has a fear of spiders. Arachnophobia. Someone could be from Iraq or has a nice rack in a certain way. Because I'm picking up rack 'em up, Whiz Beach. So you could be from Riz Beach. Or you could have a nice rack in a certain way. I don't know. But I'm picking up someone that grabs quite a lot. And they're like, oh, let's have a feel. And you're like, bruv, what is going on with this hand thing? What is this, a flashlight around a Cancerian? Some of it's like, awooga, 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 flashlight, cancer, cancer, cancer. Some sort of warning sign around breasts also for a lot of you. So be very careful around breasts, okay? Around chickens and breasts. I don't know what that's for, but also around Cancerian. If it isn't any kind of thing anyway, it could just be to do with a warning sign around Cancerian. Warning, warning, warning. You have been warned. You've been warned once. You've been warned twice. 3 times a lady. You've been struck off. Someone has been cut off and struck off. Struck. Strictly. Strickler. Well, what was that from? Strickler? Grange Hill. A lot of you wouldn't know that unless you're from Britain. Grange Hill. Around school. Grange. The range, some sort of range, shooting range, or a driving range, or the range. Golf. Someone, okay, we've got someone here that was in the Gulf War. That was in the Gulf War. Well, that was quite some time ago. When was that? Was it around the 80s? When was the Gulf War? Something to do with the 7, but something to do with around the Gulf War. I keep wanting to say 90s, but I think it was earlier than that, right? Something to do with the Gulf War, or the Galt. Sutton Galt, or the Galt. The Goat. Capricorn. Pisces. Well, Pisces is more goat. Well, no. Capricorn, Pisces, Capricorn, Pisces, Capricorn, Pisces, Capricorn, Pisces. The Goat. The goats. The goatee. Someone has a goatee. There's a goatee. Goatee. Someone is also around the name of T or Steve or Stee. Okay, but T, the tree. Something is around the tree. Again, around the tree. Sagittarius energy. The tree of life. Something is around a tree of life. Well, that's a tower, so you could be dealing with around 7. Well, that's everybody. So everybody's gathering around a tree. So what is this, a shrine? Around a tree? Anyway, I could go on, but I think what have we done? Sorry, I'm having a retrograde moment. Everything is going slightly nuts with everything. And I don't want to be harsh, but some lunatic, I don't know who this was, it's got to be an old client, because I really don't know who it was. Someone decided to ring my Skype at 2:45 in the morning, woke me up. Of course I'm not going to answer, whoever that was. I am not going to answer, but you woke me up and I've been up since 2:45 in the morning, and Steve ain't a happy bunny at all. So, yeah, I'm working off coffee, bruv, at the moment. So you'll have to excuse me if my things are going off a bit kilter. Someone could be from Scotland. You got kilt? Hey, you got kilt? Kill Bill. Kill Bill. Someone's got a kilt. Someone got killed. What is it? Why am I picking that up? Somebody got killed. Someone got off lightly, I feel. Someone around you in a field, they're saying. Something happened in a field. It could be around a tree where I've been predicting it for a while. Wrapped it around a tree. A car. An accident. So I don't know if anyone did pass, but I hear a field. And someone got off like Lucy. Or the name L. Or got off lightly. Light. Something to do with the light. A Virgo. Something to do with the light around a Virgo energy. Someone got off lightly. Had a warning sign. This is that Cancerian driving thing. Got off lightly with a warning. I mean, you've got to look at your soul groups around this, but keep trying to explain to people that don't get it. A lot of you do, right? So you have to put the pieces together. But something to do around flashing headlights around a car, or a Cancerian, or a 7, and a Virgo, and someone got off lightly. Or got off with a Lee. Someone got off with a Lee. Off Willie. Off Willie? Off Willie? Off with a Willie. Someone got off with their Willie. I don't know if someone's been cheating, I don't know. Someone got off with someone's Willie. A Bill? Or a Ted? Don't know. Anyway, someone got off lightly. Why do I keep picking up the name Lee? Lee. Some Lee got off. A lead got off. A dog got off the lead. Or a cat got off the lead. Someone got a lead, like a clue, around this thing. Could be someone getting off lightly around, like someone picking up a scent and of a lead of the name Lee, or I'm picking up like a lead, right? Meaning it's leading to something, and I'm keeping an eye on it, and it's picking up like a pickup truck or a car, and I'm picking up something around this Cancerian or this accident or this got off lightly energy, and I'm picking up some sort of cryptic clue. But it's also around a light, which is around a Virgo energy. Okay, anyway. So, let's see. Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Bruv. Aha! Life path number 3. Life path number 3, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. But life path number 3, show me what they've got coming up for them in November. So we've got a different deck here that I've used for a long time. I just haven't had them out. But please don't everybody ask me what it is. It's the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. If you go back many years ago, you'll see that I was using them. Right, so you've got the 10 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, a Protesting, and the Gold Digger, which is the Magician, right? So you're happy where you are, 10 of Cups. You feel very successful, very happy with the home that you're at. It's kind of like something that you're built around your home, like sanctuary. And there is a garden there that I feel that a lot of you, that when you're in your garden, you feel like happy with how your garden grows, right? Now, if it isn't really to do with around gardening, it's something that just makes you feel satisfied about where you are, about your love life. It feels to me that children are turning their backs on parents because your parent or parents, or if you are parents, either way, there are children that are trying to get on with their life and get on with their love life because they're kind of like trying to do things outside of the home. They're trying to get away from the home life because I think they feel slightly restricted at home, and that they are wanting to get away from the house more, or needing to get away from the house more. But that's more around the energy of Piscean that you might see here. That children are getting away from a Pisces. There could be an ex here where children have turned their back on an ex-father or mother to do with around a Pisces. Let me show you my vision. Okay, you see it? 2 children, they're running away from their parents here. okay, away from the home and trying to get out and do something that, well, they don't feel it devious because they're on their way out, okay. But here, it feels like that there's some energy around this Pisces full moon. I'm also hearing for some reason, but this energy of the Ten of Cups here is kind of telling me that there are people like kids that are trying to get on with and experience their love life and get on with that. But generally, I feel that you feel sanctuary at home and more settled about where you are at home here. But I do pick up through this one card that there is something to do with around an X that could also be 10. Well, it's the X that marks the spot, so it's still 10. So somewhere in your soul family, there is an X of Pisces here. Right. Okay, so you've got the Seven of Wands. So there's some sort of protest that's going on around this energy at home and around this love life, I feel. That because this is like activists or someone that acts up at home, because this is trying not to pay attention to people. The magician here feels like that that someone wants to take something from you, or you are digging up like quite a lot of evidence. You're trying to find quite a lot of things in land, like property value of the house and the home, and seeing how much it's worth. If you are dealing with property value, life path number 3, it feels that there is something that is buried, but also like a gold digger as well, like someone that wants your land or wants what you have. Now that don't have to be a bad energy, only if you are going through something of where it is around divorce maybe, and it is to do with like the property that you live on. Okay, that would be the divorce settlement energies if there is one, because it feels like that. It feels that, you know, this land is very important and sacred. That's what it's telling me, that there is sacred land here. So what that tells me now is that there is something around like old buildings that could have like a listed building, Alicia or Lisa. Okay, or lease to let property kind of stuff. But like I'm picking up that there is something around like an old building being like listed. So you have to ask for, some of you are basically just asking the government or someone if you can build, like if you can build, right? And if like so this is like property development, but some of it is like a listed building where you might not be able to knock something down, is what I'm picking up, because it's old. Right. Also, something old, something new, something blue, divorce settlement for a lot of you, I feel, or potential marriage for the future. But I'm kind of also seeing that that it is something to do with around like doing things the right way, do the right thing. Like I want to do everything above board, and I have to do it, and I have to stick to this because it's legal or something that is within the paralegal legal department, okay, of a fear of being watched, that you have to do it right because you feel like the government might be step in at some point, right? I'm only picking that up because the bird here that I generally but that someone feels like that there are people that might be like watching, and if they are watching, it feels like that they are like vultures around what you have to sell. Would be a good thing. But if you're going through anything that's bad that is to do with around land, then it feels that there is an energy here of you're on a need to know basis. You don't need to know everything about my business, and you don't need to know everything about my land and what I have, because that's mine. So you're on a need-to-know basis. Now, this could be coming through anything from the family. This could be anything to do with the ex. And it could have something to do with physical ownership of something, to say, well, it's mine. I own it. So you've got that. I own it. Which is why I'm picking that up as more of an it around Stephen or King. Stephen King, Lion King, Leo. Stephen and Leo. What? Stephen and a Leo, or Lion, right? Or like King of Cups I'm picking up as well. So that would have something to do with the two that had the King of Cups that was here, right? So I don't know if you've got anything around your family that is a life path number 2, because it's telling me the King of Cups is here. And I can remember when I done the life path number 2, which was yesterday, I think. Well, these are going to be at different times, so you ain't going to know. But because these won't be out till the beginning of the month. But I'm picking this up as the King of Cups around a Pisces energy for a lot, Scorpio, Cancer. And it's something about worried about that what you own or what you have, that someone might take it from you. Nephew, I'm also hearing nephew. Nieces and nephews as well. Something around that. Around your family. Okay, so we're going to leave it there at the moment. Life path number 3. That is the YouTube part. The rest of this, unfortunately, only goes to the people that are on tier 2. You are more than welcome to join. But this is a bonus that goes to people that have tier 2 memberships. It's one of their bonus readings. So if you want to join, you're more than welcome to. Thank you everybody so much for your donations of the GoFundMe link that is below everything now. That is going towards this PC that is, you know, everybody should know about the PC that I really need building. It's a lot of money. So the GoFundMe link is just one of the things that people have been donating to. So I really do appreciate people that have, or if you want to, or whatever you do is enough. Thank you so much. Also, if you want personal readings and anything like that, you can reach out from the link below. I am changing Skype, I think. So because it's not channeled, I don't channel for individual people. I just read cards, okay. But I'm gonna have to do a separate video for that so people know. But also Patreon. I'm also selling my music of Angel Radio. There should be one out by now. If it's not, it will be soon. If there is, it is also definitely over on the stuff that you can buy the music from, which is part of Patreon now, which is Angel Radio music. Stuff that I produce, so that is there for sale also. That still goes towards the computer, and anything else. But you can find links below. It does explain everything on every website. But I really do appreciate any like, share, comment, or share, all that kind of stuff. Let's get on with the rest of your reading, and also do thoughts and feelings as well on the other side. Okay, all right, guys. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.